Hello, it is me, Marie Blue Angel, and I am back after a little bit of time away with Apricity. Um, it's gone a little busy lately with life, so I haven't been able to come back, but I'm very excited to dive back in for another part of Apricity. I think last time Tiara snuck out of the house again. So she's outside. Oh no, the thing that's happening is that it is the midwinter festival and she's going with Rue to the festival. I'm very excited to see what will happen, and I'm excited to see Chiara's excitement about going to this festival. It's gonna be lots of fun. Let's get started. Load this in. Okay. It should be this first one. Okay. Merchants and villagers crowded the streets of Lewonils tonight, and its arid, wintry air carried the sweet scent of sugar and pastries. Never before have I seen so many people gathered in one spot before. Did this town always have so many people? Young lady, would you like to try some frosted apples? A vendor twirled a stick of apple into a steaming pot of melted caramel and handed it to me. That sounds delicious. Oh, sure. I reached out for the apple, but Rue held my wrist in place, looking at me with the same expression he always wears whenever he was about to scold me. I thought I told you not to accept just about anything from strangers. Oh, he looks pretty mad. Apples aren't even in season. Where do you think she got them from, huh? Outsourced? I don't know. And with that, he nipped a bite out of the frosted apple, as if to prove himself. This ain't apple, it's all sugar. Young man, don't you know what frosted apples are? They're completely made out of sugar. This would make a lot of sense, since they are from a cold place, and it is currently winter. An apple made out of sugar. That's just... I immediately pulled Rue away from the crowds. Geez, Rue, don't you know what frosted apples are? And here I was thinking that you'd have more knowledge about Leonils more than I do. I was just helping you from gaining weight. That's so mean. Oh, shut up. You clearly didn't know what they are. Rue handed me his half-eaten sugar apple. Fine, I'm sorry. You can have the rest. Ew, gross. I don't want your leftovers. But I eventually gave in and ate it anyway. We walked past vendors selling their homegrown produce and booths hosting games, offering prizes should anyone win them. They're a load of bogus, was what Rue said when I told him the games looked simple enough to win all the prizes. We stopped at a booth with a shooting game, and I saw a rare glint of mischief in Rue's eyes. You're going to play, aren't you? Heck yeah. You're gonna put that poor man out of business. Absolutely. Oh, okay. Oh, Rue. Being mischievous. Oh. Gunshot. 1 minute into the game, and Rue was already banned for using his own rifle to shoot the targets, rather. No use. Real gun. You use this toy gun. He flailed his arms to the air, too enraged to use proper English. Well, you should have specified. Needless to say, Rue was banned from the game booth. Can I try? The booth owner sighed and waved me a yes. I have never held a rifle before, whether real or fake, but I've seen Dad and Rue hold it countless of times. I rested the stock below my shoulder, set my fingers in place, and... Ooh. The rubber bullet knocked off one of the smaller targets, and the vendor gave me a well-rehearsed cheer. Which prize do you want, kid? There were a myriad of animal dolls, among them a rabbit, a wolf, and a bear. Oh, I just thought also that they were from Rue's story. They're quite similar to the animals in Rue's story. Maybe I should get one for Rue. Which one should I get? Oh my gosh. It's been a few days since I've read the story. I feel maybe the wolf or the bear. Unless he just wants a rabbit doll. You know what? I'm gonna say rabbit doll. I think that's... I can't remember if that's the main character in his book, but if it is, then that would be a nice little representation of the main character in his book. I pointed to the stuffed toy that resembled a snow rabbit, and the vendor took it off the shelf for me. The doll was soft and fluffy, just like a real rabbit. I wondered if it was made with a real snow rabbit's fur. Well, I hope not. That would be pretty sad. We walked away from the booth and continued our stroll around the fair. Here, this is for you. That's nice, though. What? For me? You know I'm too old to play with dolls, right? It reminds me of the main character. You know, the snow rabbit from your story. What's her name again? Rara? Look at that blushing face. Don't say it out loud. It's embarrassing. The name could use some work, but I think it's a nice story. Maybe you can even publish it one day. Say, have you thought of its ending yet? Not yet. Starting a book is easy, but ending it is harder than I thought. I found a bench, sat on it, and patted the empty space next to me. You know what? As thanks for convincing my dad to let me see the fair tonight, I'll help you with writing its ending. How about that? That doesn't sound too bad. How would you write its ending? First, let's review all the events that have transpired so far. So, Rara the Snow Rabbit, Lulu the Arctic Wolf, and Bobo the Grizzly Bear are all best friends. But one day, a witch curses Bobo, causing him to fall into a deep slumber and casting the town in an eternal winter. Rara and Lulu then embark on a journey to cure Bobo's curse. Did I get that right? Then the ending should be obvious, right? Rara and Lulu will slay the evil witch and cure Bobo and the entire land from his curse. It's not that simple. I want to create a realistic story, not a fairy tale to tell kids before bedtime. Then would you rather end the story without saving Bobo? Rue suddenly tensed up. He was about to say something but bit back the unformed words. Hey, you don't have to think so hard. It's just a story. You could always make adjustments later on. That's the thing. It's not just a story for me. Now it was my turn to be confused. What do you mean? Rue suddenly stood up and gazed at the lively fair that stretched before us. Yet for some inexplicable reason, the fair's festival of street lamps refused to reflect on his dark, vacant eyes. Say, Chiara, what do you think about this town? The question caught me by surprise. What do I think about this town? Well, Leal Nils is a pretty town, even though it's always covered in snow half the time. Why would you ask that? Of course it's a pretty town. You created it, after all. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean, Rue? What? He looked at the rabbit and smiled. A sad, rueful smile. It was as if the doll had reminded him of forsaken memories that were too bitter to remember, but too sweet to forget. After what seemed like forever, he turned towards me, still wearing that expression I had never seen him wear before. Chiara, it's time. You need to wake up. What's happening? Huh? I blinked. Once, twice, trying to register what he had just said. Wake up? For some reason, I haven't heard that phrase in ages. And what did he mean by that? I certainly was awake now. Wasn't I? Oh. He suddenly kneeled, grabbed me by the shoulders, and shook me hard. Elios, do you remember him? Elios? How does Rue know about him? Rue, how did you know about the snow spirit? His mouth agape. Snow spirit? No, it's the name of our friend. Our friend? What are you talking about, Rue? I don't... The rabbit in the story. That is you. Huh? What? I mean, I have... Okay, first of all, earlier, just to take a little note, a side note about this, I did think that the characters obviously resembled like Rue and Elios and Chiara, but I did not expect this, that Chiara is the one who is asleep. Maybe. I'm gonna let him explain. Rue explain, but let's see. I am the wolf. And Elios is the bear. Oh. We had a friend, remember? Not the ice spirit, but a boy named Elios. Elios? That's right, Elios. Do you remember what happened to him? Oh, backtrack. Images suddenly flashed in my mind. Palm trees and blue, clear skies. Slapdash soccer by the roadside in a small, sunny town. 3 children laughing as cicadas sang through hot summer nights. A fire. A huge fire. We watched it swallow someone's complex whole. I was crying. Rue was crying. Elios was gone. He had always been gone. Damn. Leonel's illusion. Rue is right. This town has never existed in the first place. Oh my gosh. Oh. So is she like in a coma and she's dreaming of this to protect herself? Or something else has happened? Through blurry tears, I saw the town disintegrate, its particles floating towards the sky, just how I imagined the starflake flowers would. But then why would they prevent her from looking at the starflake flowers and going outside? Was it to maintain this town? Or was that her own mind protecting her from the truth? The vendors and villagers have suddenly disappeared, leaving just me and Rue in an empty abandoned fairground. The snow has stopped, and the temperature suddenly rose as if it was approaching summer. Chiara. Rue, how could I have forgotten it all? Why did I? Rue engulfed me in a rigid embrace. That was my first time realizing that his body was stiff and cold, and quickly melting into a puddle of water. Rue! Shh, don't cry. I'm right here. I won't go anywhere, I promise. I may have once failed you, but I swear, I will be right by your side from now on. A wave of warmth spread throughout my body. I noticed that I was too, disappearing into oblivion. Rue, thank you for staying by my side all this time. I'll see you soon, Chiara. Oh my gosh. And with that, he disappeared from the town of illusions, as I did too. Goodbye, Leonils, and goodbye, Elios. Oh my gosh. There was once a town steeped in snow, a place so cold where no sun glows. There spirits of the deaths roam and roam, they feed on children and steal their souls. Where winter screams and shadows dance as ghosts hunt and haunt till death. But when spring arrives, the light will shine, the sun's tender warmth will finally come, shedding the frost with all its lies. Oh, that's really pretty. Oh, this is going to be a short part today, just because, a lot has happened. So I'm going to stop here. Welcome to the real world. I'm assuming Chiara's still, the voice on that last page did say Chiara, so she still exists. I have no idea where this is going. I'm pleasantly surprised by this twist. Yeah, I'm excited to see how it goes moving forward, but I'm going to leave us here. So until next time, everyone, have a good rest of your day, or wherever you are. Good rest of the evening or morning. I will be back with another part soon enough.